Welcome to Barts Gaming Corner. In this video a short summary of the Panel from Hell update of Baldurs Gate 3 by a very excited Larian Studio staff. Now, after uploading a couple of news and update videos about this upcoming D&D title, I stopped. Mainly because with every new patch or update either my game capture software would work perfectly or just stop entirely. So then I decided to wait until a final release date was announced before putting out any more content about it. And that has finally happened. Baldurs Gate 3 is set to be released on console on August the 31st. But the great news is, for PC gamers like me, the release date has been set earlier, on Thursday, August the 3rd. On that date I personally will take the day off, something I can do now since I work as a freelancer, to get to grips with the game. About 2 days ago, Larian, their staff about as excited as children on Christmas morning, put out a live stream of about 3 hours long, showcasing some of the gameplay and story elements. In this video I will show a short summary of a couple of highlights. These are in a little bit of a random order. Character creation. One thing I immediately noticed is that the UI, user interface, of the character creation part has received a big update. Now at a glance you can see and choose different races, of which there are 11, and the 12 playable classes. Next to that you have immense options in how to edit and build the appearance of your character. You can have 3 different hair colors, for instance, and dabble to your heart's content with your facial features and what have you. Perfect if you're the type of gamer who likes to tinker on that for hours before starting the game. But I myself am more the "this looks good enough, let's get started" type of gamer. Companions and romances. Besides the origin characters, many of whom you would have seen when playing the early access edition, your party can recruit companions and hirelings as well. The difference being that you yourself can start the game as an origin character, but companions and hirelings not. They can join your party in the course of the game and level up and modify it how you want. There are some famous faces among the companions like Jahira and Minsk, and hirelings can be any of the 12 classes. Romance is a big part of the game if you so wish. Baldurs Gate 2 was one of the first games, if not the first game, where you could romance your party members. Over time this has become a staple feature of any RPG, such as Dragon Age, Mass Effect or Pillars of Eternity. Apparently some of the earlier videos Larian showed on TikTok on the romances were banned. I haven't seen any of those, so I can't comment on how racy or kinky those are, but since I'm Dutch, not much on that front would shock me too much. Anywho, romances will be quite mature in Baldurs Gate, meaning that they will evolve and change the way your partner and you and your other party members will communicate over the course of the game. This is something I find quite interesting and really lets you roleplay a character. A new origin character, the Dark Urge. Probably the most important news in this showcase is the introduction of a new origin character. Baldurs Gate 3 will feature 7 origin characters. Characters that can be either party members or you can start the game as one, just as in Divinity Original Sin 2. Up until now, about 6 characters were known: Asterion, Lae'zel, Gil, Shadowheart, Will and Karlach. Hope I'm pronouncing all those names correctly. And in this showcase Larian introduced the 7th one, the Dark Urge. An evil, psychopathic, even one would say, character that would give the game more of a horror flavor. Now, I myself am absolutely crap at playing evil characters. Most of the time I would seek good or neutral solutions in game, and maybe choose a more evil, darker path when I was dealing with an annoying NPC. But for those of you who do enjoy walking on the dark side, the Dark Urge seems like a pretty interesting choice. What makes this character also more unique than the other origin characters is that you can create almost any type of playing character, race and class, but you attach the Dark Urge trait to it, the urge to kill and maim. This reminded me a little bit about the Baal Lord of Murder background your playing character had in the original Baldurs Gate games. Well, spoilers. You could play a righteous paladin, but still had to deal with the inheritance in your blood and soul of your murderous father. Baldurs Gate, the city. A lot of scenes in the showcase highlighted the city of Baldurs Gate itself and various landmarks. These look beautiful and promising. Larian has the ambition to let you experience the city as believable as possible, so you'll really get the sense that you're visiting a real city. Well, as believable and real as a fantasy city inhabited by elves, dwarves and you name it can be. The first time I experienced something like this was in the city of Novigrad in The Witcher 3. Combat and difficulty. The early access edition didn't give you much choice on the difficulty settings, but Larian added two for the final game, Explorer or Easy, when you just want to experience the story, and Tactician or Difficult. I also remember these designations from Divinity Original Sin 2. I myself will play almost any game in normal mode. Conclusion. Now there are many other features you can find in the showcase. For me, the ones I mentioned were the most important, but there are a couple of others I will speak very shortly about here. For instance, the co-op mode or split screen. Not something I will try myself, but you can play the game with two players with a split screen. Next to that, the developers explained that the about 174 hours of cinematics won't exactly mean 174 hours of cutscenes, but instead these hours include dialogue with party members and NPCs. I wondered how a game that already would take a whopping 75 to 100 hours to finish would incorporate 174 hours of cinematics, but that has been answered. You can find many other features, game elements and a lot of spoilers in the showcase, including an impressive and funny scene with a Drider, a drow spider. If you got the time, it really is fun to watch the complete 3 hours. The whole video is more than 7 hours, so you have to scroll towards the middle to see the actual stream. My thoughts? Even if part of what Larian promises in Baldurs Gate will become true, this will still be an amazing game. Of course, we have to wait for the full version. I, like you, have been burned before. I plan to publish the review in the week following August 3rd, so that I have experienced as much of Baldur's Gate 3 to give you an honest opinion. If you like this type of content, hit the like and subscribe button, it would really help my channel out. See you in the next video.